Co-host. Why do I always do that?
Co-host, show host. Well, it's the same thing.
I guess
Co-host,
so.
show host.
Charlene Chamberlain. Char, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Ready for,
great.
ready for
weather's
the
good.
day?
Ready for the day.
Ready for a busy
you know
day.
What? We had such a great day yesterday.
We did. Oh my
gosh, a little bit
it was
ups
so
and
crazy
downs.
in
I was
here.
kind of emotional yesterday.
I know.
But it was good. All good. But great show.
And we had some great food yesterday too.
Yes, we did.
Wow.
There's a little banana bread still left in the out in the green room.
Yeah,
so
that's amazing.
I'm going to hit that up for lunch. So how are we starting off today?
We have a couple of guests here that are pretty phenomenal. We have Queen and Dante. Queen is actually a writer and director, and Dante is an actor and a musician. And their production is called The Case of the Tainted Glass, and it is an interactive murder mystery play.
Awesome.
And right before we came on, Queen was telling me that she actually had this idea about 22 years ago.
I wrote it 22 years ago.
And we were just saying how funny it is that, you have this little seed, this little germ of an idea, something that starts long ago, and then all of a sudden, 20 years later, it just resurfaces in your life.
Yes.
So welcome to Morning
Welcome,
Coffee.
welcome.
We're happy to
Morning.
have you both here.
Morning.
And fill us in on what happened 22 years ago.
Well, 22 years ago, I was a drama teacher for a school, private school in Wrightstown, and my children went there. And I taught senior class. And so for the year-end play, we did a murder mystery. I wrote it and we performed it. And out of all the things I've done over the years, that one play was the one that went off without a hitch. And that doesn't happen.
Never.
Without a hitch, everything was perfect. And we did it. It was a great success, and kind of put it away and didn't think about it anymore. And I, did different things, very active in my church in creative arts, did a lot of plays and a lot of functions and things. And about 3 years ago, just stopped. Life kind of hit and didn't do anything creative.
Ooh.
And then after
That's hard.
a 3 years time span went by, I decided it's time to get back. And I thought about this play. And so I dusted it off and kind of tweaked it for adults and decided I would get a bunch of people together, and voila.
And did you sort of do a dry run, or did you do a table read with it first?
Well, first I started meeting people. I joke all the time that there's one cast member in particular, I met him on a train, and he just looked like he was creative.
You had the part.
Yeah, so I said, do you act? And he said yes, and we began to talk, and so he's one of the lead roles.
Okay.
And then it kind of blossomed from there. My children helped me tremendously. They told their friends who told their friends, and before I knew it, I had a cast of 20 people.
That's a big
Nice.
cast to manage.
Nice.
Yes,
too.
it was. It
Really,
absolutely
really big.
was. But it worked out great.
Now, is this creative young man you talked to sitting next to you? Or?
Actually, yes, this is the groom in our wedding.
Okay.
And it's no secret that he's the one that dies in the murder mystery.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, where was this performed at?
Touch of Class by Candlelight in Delran.
Touch a Class.
By Candlelight.
Caters.
Okay.
Yes, it's a wedding venue.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. Absolutely. Okay.
So Dante, can you fill us in? Just give us a little bit about the story, but don't give it all away.
Okay, yeah, it's a wedding, and I play the groom. There's a few dramatic exchanges throughout the play with between myself and various members of the wedding party, and yeah, everything is not what it seems, and it's up to the cast to figure out why someone would want my character dead and who did it.
Now, you know what? I've never been to a murder mystery, but I think they're I hear
they're
people
so
talk
fun.
about it. I think
Oh,
they're
you have to
fun.
go.
They're really
Fun.
cool.
They are.
Do you guys actually you kind of give a little bit of a scene and then you ask people questions, or how does it work?
No, actually what happens when the audience comes in, they get a bio of their own. So they become a character in the play. They have a name. Then they have a little blurb about how they came to be at this wedding.
Right, like they're an aunt or a
Or aunt
nephew
or cousin or trainer or
Very
nail
cool, very
technician
cool.
or anything
Yeah.
like that. And within their little blurb, there are clues for them that will help them solve the murder mystery. Then at the
interesting.
bottom, there are a list of 5 people. So during what we call mingle time, they have to actually get up and network the room to find these 5 people who have clues that are attached to their clue.
Like it.
Very cool.
Great
Very
idea.
Cool.
Yes.
So now, is there a certain amount of people that need to be there, or is there, if there's 500, is that too much? What's a good audience?
I can imagine if we had 500, that would be quite a mingle time.
Because that's you have to develop clues for each one of those
Yes.
people.
And,
So
yes. We had-
that's a lot.
The first
Yeah.
night we had 150 people. We sold out the first
I
night.
bet that was a good
Nice.
mix,
The
right?
second night we did 106. So we had to have bios for all of those people.
Right.
Oh my God.
And no matter how
Oh my
early
God.
on, I said I'm going to work on these bios.
Have a bunch ahead of time.
Yes, we
Yeah.
waited until we got last minute, of course, and so we had a bio like fest, and we all kind of threw up a set down and did the
Yeah.
bios.
But
Right.
wait a minute, you have to know. Do you know who's male or female is coming?
Absolutely, we take
Okay.
every
I
time we
was
sell a
curious.
ticket,
When
we
they
write
take
we
their
write a
ticket
name.
order.
Oh
Yeah.
my! I was going to say that's insane. That's
Yeah.
that's a lot.
It's a lot of work,
It's
but
a lot
I
of
think
That is a lot of
that
work.
probably
It
makes
seems like
It was a
really
lot of work.
fun.
I'm still tired. Yes.
How long did you rehearse before you
We
opened?
started in end of September, was it? Or October?
Yeah, October.
I think
Yeah.
Right.
October.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because I know with rehearsal schedules, it's always hard to try and get everybody in at the same time.
That's the thing. Everybody has a life,
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
everybody volunteered.
Right.
Absolutely.
And I tell anybody, I have the best cast in the world. They're so dedicated. They're so loyal.
Mhm.
They pick up where I fall. Wonderful bunch of people.
That's great. Where did you rehearse? Do you have a rehearsal space or?
Everywhere we could. We actually had initial space at the Willingboro Library,
Mhm.
but because they had a lot of things already on the books, there were times when we were already kind of kicked out, so we
Yeah.
ended up in my living room.
Oh boy, yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
It all works. So Dante, how long have you been acting long, or?
Not on a consistent basis. I mean, I acted in high school and things like that, but yeah, mostly my passion has been in music, more of my adult life. But any type of entertainment, I'm interested in. And
Cool.
when Miss Queen presented the opportunity to me, I jumped at it.
It's very good.
It all
very
goes
good.
hand in hand. I
Yeah.
mean, just because you're a musician doesn't mean you can't or you're not an actor. You still are out on stage every night performing in
Right.
one form or another.
Exactly.
You may not be rehearsing lines or remembering lines, but it's the same thing.
Yeah, you're acting.
Yeah,
I tell people that all the
absolutely.
time. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I thought, you know what, we do a couple shows around the industry, and it seems like a lot of the young folks in high school, they thought about it, and then they went into acting classes, and they're like, wow, I could have been doing this during high school, but they just have to get up the courage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Now, when you're out there looking, though, you know, there's that old thing they say, like, think of the audience being naked. I mean, you don't think of that, do you?
No, not at all. Try not to zero in on anything that's
Anybody.
just
Too
going to
much.
take me off of what I'm my mission.
Yeah.
I always look at the back wall.
Yeah. You know what? I mean, I get up here. I mean, we're in front of an audience now,
Right.
but through cameras, and I can speak I think, in front of an audience, but I still think it'd be a little tough for me, even though I do this. As well, knowing your lines and stuff like
Would
that.
have to remember all that.
That's
too.
tough.
Yeah.
It is tough.
I think.
It
Now,
is.
do you ever? I mean, with some of the acting, now I guess this is actually set in place to saying it's kind of scripted out what you're going to say and everything.
Pretty much, yeah. Absolutely.
So there's
But-
no was it ad-libbing?
Ad lib, but
Yeah.
the funny thing is when you're doing live theater, it's always different, and I do love live theater. It's always different every time because you never really know how that other person's going to deliver their line. You think you do, but
That's
they may
right.
go off book a little bit, or off script a little bit, and then that might throw you. So you got to kind of know everybody's line.
Oh, yeah.
To
Absolutely.
know where you are. It's not like I just know my 10 lines and my 10 entrances and exits. You have to know everybody else's because it all works as a unit.
That's
Absolutely.
right.
And it's
You're right.
difficult.
Yeah.
It's
Very
difficult.
hard.
But if you know the story and you know the lines, then you can help out the other actors. You know what I mean? If
Yeah,
if they
and
mess
you
up.
know,
Absolutely.
line.
Yes.
Well, what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick commercial break, and I want to come back and talk to the mastermind behind it, and because you really do manage people, so I want to talk about that when we come back.
For independent living for seniors age 62 and over, People Inc. offers safe, maintenance-free apartments across Western New York. The affordable rent is income-based. For more information, call People Inc. Senior Living at 817-9090.
Looking for a cooking oil with a light flavor and reduced absorption so food preserves its natural flavor? One with a high smoke point for stir-frying, sautéing, grilling, and baking? Then choose all-natural Pompeian 100% grapeseed oil, imported from France. Grapes have been a key ingredient of the healthy Mediterranean diet for years. Pompeian 100% grapeseed oil is the chef's choice for high-heat cooking, grilling, stir-frying, sautéing, or even deep frying. And Pompeian 100% grapeseed oil is great for baking too, because its delicate taste does not overwhelm the flavor of cakes, cookies, and other favorite recipes. A key traditional ingredient of the Mediterranean, grapeseed oil is a rich source of vitamin E antioxidant and naturally gluten-free. Buy imported Pompeian 100% grapeseed oil today and find great recipes at Pompeian.com.
Wait, don't let this happen to you. At Jan Fence, we're family owned and operated for over 50 years, providing a wide choice of fencing. Why wait online at the big box store? Just call Jan Fence. Ask about our Easy Fence to Go products by Active Yards, the first truly do-it-yourself fence product.
At Jan Fence, we always do what we say. Come see us today.
Step into an extraordinary world that will excite your senses. Experience our delectable Mughlai cuisine and the magic of tandoori savoir-faire. Let our international award-winning team delight you with a taste of heaven. Enjoy our mouth-watering flavors and our unique flair for excellence. Savor the elegance of fine dining and catering. Shazam Restaurant. Indulge your taste buds.
In a world where bankers have lost all interest, where robots and fat...
Well, welcome back. I'm Keith Reynolds, host of Morning Coffee, here with my co-host, Charlene Chamberlain, and our guests, Queen and Dante. And right before the break, Queen, I wanted to come back to you because I think, doing what you do, you have a vision, right? Yes. And I know you have a wonderful cast, like you said.
I do.
But you need to make them, kind of feel your vision.
Yes.
Or you need to put their vision through them so it can perform, so everything can be performed correctly. Mm-hmm. So how do you do that? How do you manage? Because you're managing people.
Yes, I do.
Do right.
A lot of prayer.
A lot of prayer.
A lot of prayer, definitely. Again, I did say I have an exceptional cast in mm-hmm. this regard, but there were a couple of times when a lot of them or some of them are very strong-willed, mm-hmm. and some of them have very creative ideas of mm-hmm. their own. And so to kind of maneuver that to where I needed it to be was a little hard sometimes because, first of all, you can't yell at people that are volunteering.
No. Absolutely.
You can't scream and holler and demand anything.
You shouldn't
so
do
you
that
have
anyway.
To
right.
you shouldn't,
right.
exactly.
Right.
But a lot of directors do.
Yes,
right.
I know.
So I just found a way how to be loving and gentle and, this is the vision, this is the way. And also, for myself, taking into consideration what they said. Because
mm-hmm.
I'm not the only person that has an idea.
Right.
And their idea, a lot of times, were better than mine.
Yeah, I mean, there are so many actors that are just, it's innate for them, and they would say,
Absolutely.
this character is really how I'm feeling it, and I think it would be better this way.
Yes.
And it's nice to hear that you're the type of director that would take that into consideration.
Absolutely.
Because so many directors are like, no, it has to be this way.
I'm a director. I'm not an actor. Well, I can act, and I do act,
mm-hmm.
but I'd rather be on this side of it.
Right.
And so they're the ones that have to bring the life to it.
Right.
So it's really not fair for me to hold them to this rigid standard of how I want it when after I write it and present it to them and then kind of maneuver them the day of, they're the ones. I put it all in the script.
Right.
I'm back watching,
mm-hmm.
so they're the ones now. It's their turn to put it all out there on the stage.
Bring it to
and
life.
So I have to give them some creative license
mm-hmm.
with that, and that's how it worked with us.
Yeah, that's great.
Very cool.
Good to hear that.
That's very cool. Mm-hmm. Because I know that, maybe there's that certain character that you need to be a little edgy, but the actor mm-hmm. can't come across edgy or it's a little,
Might have been me.
No, it wasn't. This guy was wonderful. There was like a couple. There was one in particular, and somebody I'm extremely fond of in the cast. And because everybody's amateur, she was like really timid. But I saw something there,
mm-hmm.
and someone actually came to me and said, you know what, I think that you're probably going to have to cut her or she's going to leave before this whole thing happens.
Oh, no kidding.
And I said, I'm never going to cut her. I said, because whatever we're doing here is going to help her open up in life.
Right.
And so for me to cut her
yeah.
would be to damage her,
mm-hmm.
and make her feel even worse about herself. That would never happen.
Mm-hmm.
So she rose to the occasion the day of and everything was fine. But no, never.
I have to say, there's nothing more fun and more wonderful and more supportive than a theater family, because
yes.
you work together as a creative team.
Mm-hmm.
You're working, you're creating, you're making. It's like you're it's like you're having a baby almost.
Absolutely.
And then opening night, the baby's being born. And I've just, every theatrical production I've been involved in, I've always felt like I've had the support of the other actors, and they were my theater family for that run.
Yes, that's what
And
happened to
it's
us.
really a great environment, especially for youth.
Yes.
Youth that are confused, they don't know what to do, they don't feel accepted. Theater people accept everybody. We don't care.
Absolutely
We like
not.
everybody. We take everybody in.
So and what's interesting too, because one of my favorite movies is with Whoopi Goldberg. It's Sister Act.
Yeah, we were
And
talking about that last week.
Like the thinner nun who
Yeah.
like didn't have that timid voice.
Yes.
She bought it out. Like she had to make her work and get it to where
That's
she
right.
knew the talent in her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was and that's probably one of the reasons why I love that movie the most, because I think she took something and
Showed her that she could do it.
Yeah.
Absolutely,
Yes.
A good
absolutely.
director cultivates.
Absolutely. Now,
Great word.
Speaking of youth, do you have a lot of young folks part of it?
They're younger than me. No, there are no children per se.
Right.
I think the youngest one was
Teens or-
20.
20?
Okay.
The
Okay.
youngest one was 20. So everybody is, grown. Yeah. Oh no, actually no. The youngest one was 15.
Okay.
Great.
His youngest
That's
character was
awesome.
15.
Well, that's
yes.
good, because that means they're in high school.
It's like a
and that's-
multi-generational cast.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And multicultural.
Well, okay.
Sounds fun.
So what's next for you?
Already we're working in the back of my mind on the sequel.
Okay.
Yes, but during this run we had 2 people invite us to come take it on the road up to North Jersey.
Nice.
So we're definitely going to do that, and we're just going to see where that goes for a while and play this one out. But the sequel is brewing back there, and I can't wait to get started on it.
See, from 22 years ago.
And we're also going to put the play on again on May 24th.
Exactly,
Okay.
our encore performance.
Okay.
Great.
Now, so you're going to take it on the road up
Yes.
to North Jersey. You're going to put the play on again, same location though.
Yes.
Okay. That's pretty cool. I might have to check that out.
Yeah, please let us
I've
know.
never
Let's
been
go.
there. I've never been to one of them. Now, do you? You know what? Let's take a quick commercial
come
break,
back.
because I want to talk about, like I said, the other dates, and we'll be right back after this.
Cats rule our fortunes. One woman
Hi.
will stand up and strive to do the impossible. Be treated like a person. Friends and neighbors will join her quest. Ordinary people will band together against the forces of corporate greed. And together they will form Philadelphia Federal Credit Union, already in a neighborhood near you.
Imagine the finest hand-selected USDA prime steak you'll ever have. The freshest line-caught seafood, our Wine Spectator award-winning wine list, and soul-satisfying desserts. Bring that together with the perfect date, the winning business deal, a memorable family celebration. Welcome to Rod's Steak and Seafood Grill in nearby Morristown, New Jersey. Bring your appetite and feed your passion.
Your credit score is yours, and at Experian Credit Expert, we want to help you really use it. With access to helpful Experian experts over the phone and online, we can help you use it to get a better idea of what info the banks have on you. Use it to get more choice of mortgages. Use it to make your money go further. Take the next step to improving your financial future with your free 30-day trial at Experian.co.uk.
Here at Freppy's Tex-Mex, you can definitely taste the freshness in our food. You should definitely come to Freppy's because it's a great place. You can bring your family, very kid-friendly. All my servers are amazing, friendly people.
Well, welcome back. I'm Keith Reynolds, host of Morning Coffee. I'm here with my co-host Charlene Chamberlain.
And we're here with Queen and Dante, and they are, Queen is the executive director and artistic, actually you're really the producing artistic director.
Absolutely.
And the director, and an actor, and an author.
Yes.
Of The Case of the Tainted Glass, and Dante plays the groom in the production, one of the leads, who gets it halfway through.
Yes.
Curtains, right? So, tell us just a little bit about the actual production.
As you know, it's a wedding, and Dante plays the groom, and everybody in the wedding has a reason to dislike him.
Oh.
Everyone. He makes it very easy for us to dislike him.
Okay.
Yes.
Aw, but he's such a nice guy.
He's a wonderful guy.
Yes.
He's acting.
Yes, he's acting.
Yes, he's acting. And it starts off preparing for the rehearsal dinner. So actually the play itself is 2 days.
Okay.
In the sense of the plot.
Got it. The setup is like the rehearsal dinner.
The rehearsal dinner and it kind of opens up and kind of lets you get to know who the characters are and get a feel for them.
Mm-hmm.
And then they don't even make it to dinner before he's
no kidding.
gone.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Now I know that you mentioned that it is just like a wedding. So
Yes.
it's a great night out. There's dancing, there's music, and is it the typical wedding?
It's a typical
wedding songs that you would hear.
Yes, love songs. Not
Slow
a lot-
dances, fast dances.
Yeah, both.
Yeah.
Not a lot of love, but
Right.
love songs. Yes. The audience comes in dressed like they're going to a wedding.
Yes.
They sit at their tables.
Full dinner.
Full dinner. Just a good night out.
Sounds like it would be a great time to get your girlfriends or your friends together and get a table, right?
Absolutely. We encourage that.
Yeah.
If you have a senior
group?
citizens group, a girls' night out, or anything, bridesmaids, a wedding evening, whatever, you can come out and just enjoy what we have for you that day.
You also mentioned to me on the break that you give away some prizes.
Yes, we did. 3
the
prizes.
prizes
Yes,
are
3
for-
prizes for the 3 audience members that solve the murder mystery. So they have to tell us who the killer was and that killer's motive.
Okay.
Yes.
And there probably were a lot of different motives because if he was so
Yes.
not liked.
That's right. A lot of different motives.
So when are these? Let's go over the dates. Dante, or you said May what?
May 24th.
May 24th, same location, correct?
Yes.
What was that again? The at Delran.
A Touch of Class by Candlelight in Delran.
Okay.
In
Touch of Class
Delran,
by
and it's the
Yes.
case of the Tainted Glass.
Right,
Yes.
and then in North Jersey, for our North Jersey audience, where do you know?
Actually,
where?
we just were asked. So
Okay,
we're
so
not
you
even
got,
sure
okay, you're
when-
not even sure.
when that's
Okay,
Stay
fine.
tuned.
Stay tuned.
Yes.
Yeah, stay tuned.
So where can the folks find your information?
If they go to Case of the Tainted Glass on Facebook, we have a Facebook page.
Okay, good.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, on our Facebook page, you get to know the characters, and there are some clues there as well.
Good.
So you get to meet the groom, the best man, the bride's family, the groom's family. All of those people are on our Facebook page.
Great.
So
Good
hold
idea.
on one second. This is pretty
Yes.
interesting. Now. So like, what do you have, a profile of them?
Yes, we have pictures and a
You
little
have pictures
blurb
and a
about
little
them.
blurb? I like this.
So you
Yes.
can get a little preview
That's
before
right.
you go.
Get a preview and a clue
Maybe
or
start to
2.
figure it out a little bit.
Yes.
Okay. Now, do you? And I got one more thing. One more question. Do you guys do this at all during like Halloween and stuff like that in that time frame? Because that's when I see a lot of the murder mysteries and stuff like that.
Because of
scavenger
murder,
hunts,
because of
Yeah.
scavenger
yeah.
hunts and stuff type of
Right.
stuff like that. You know.
Yeah, we didn't think about that. We just kind of did it. We
Yeah.
just got
Got
together
started.
and got started and just
Well,
did
I'll
it.
tell you what. Maybe we should think about doing it in October, and maybe we'll find a location for you to do it.
That would be fun.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So we'll again look out and tell the audience where they can get more information. Your Facebook page at
Yes, Case of the Tainted Glass is our Facebook page. We're also on Instagram. I believe our trailer is on YouTube as well.
Yes.
Yes.
you have a trailer.
We have a trailer.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
Great.
And if you go to our Facebook page, our web page is there where you can go and actually get all ticket information, anything you need to know about the play.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Great.
Well, we want to thank you guys for coming on. It was a
Yes,
pleasure
thank
having you
you.
on.
Thanks for
Dante,
Thanks for being on
Queen.
Morning Coffee.
Thank you. And for you folks out there, we're going to be back out this commercial break, but make sure you check out that Facebook, and maybe we'll see you there.
Wonderful.
Everyone here is just happy to serve, and I think it shows. The thing that sets us apart is the quality and freshness of our food. And I think once you try it, you'd be coming back. I'm Joe DeSario, co-owner of Freppy's Tex-Mex in Plainfield, New Jersey.
Here, we have an attractive orange and a distinguished apple. The two similar, but opposites. Theory, a wingman is needed, or perhaps a wing lemon. A friend to the orange and an acquaintance to the apple, the lemon brings the two opposites together. See, with a little fresh thinking, the universe can be surprisingly smooth.
When we make Beyond Natural dry dog and cat foods, we start with real meat as the first ingredient. We leave out corn, wheat, and soy. And we own where our dry food is made. 100%. Can other brands say all that? For nutrition you can trust and your pet will enjoy. Does your food go beyond? Learn more at purinabeyond.com.
Fitzpatrick's. Deli dine for breakfast and lunch. And at night, gourmet dine for dinner with entrees and specialty sandwiches